today. From Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception. But this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here. Between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And Eifert has it. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Toss play to Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jaguars.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Rashaan Evans.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 30.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play it.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keelan Cole, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in Week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. Then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Play action. They'll throw. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 47.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 15. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
This is Henry. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick slant to Brown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darrington Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try to get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
The throw taken in by Cole. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
To Keelan Cole.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4th down now after a loss of 2.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 11 carries, 63 yards.
How about we shine a little spotlight on the offensive line? Those big guys up front are creating nice space, nice gaps for them to run through. I think he's going to go for over 100 yards in this game.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
3rd down and 4.
Derrick Henry. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to push Forward for about 4 down to the 37.
He was brought down by Everson Griffin. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
A first look now for Darrington Evans. A tight one. 8-7 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Jaguars 7.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Devon Hamilton with the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now he'll pull it down. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll drop to throw. That's complete to Darrington Evans, the running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Darrington Evans. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here. And now they're going to fake it. See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run it now with Robinson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First down.
They'll run here with Robinson. Able to push his way through. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
29-yard line.
Bart, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Jaguars.
To throw is Kaepernick. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
First down, Jacksonville.
Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. That is caught at the 7-yard line. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
At the 7-yard line.
Now Kaepernick. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Laviska Shenault. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
At their own 21-yard.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, it's Henry. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Nice play on the ball by A.J. Brown, and he comes up with the reception. He had a terrific 2019 as a rookie. The first one since 1970 to go over 1,000 yards receiving and average over 20 yards per catch.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
The extra point.
So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And able to find Conley. The 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Chris Conley, 72 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch.
The Titans take over first and 10. At their own.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
And a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
They'll set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Over the middle, getting it around. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So we've reached half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Josh Lambo to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And not a very good return at all as he won't even get this back to the 15.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd down, here's Henry.
Derrick Henry on the...
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 1.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 4 there that gives him a new set of downs.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. This will go for 5 up to the 33. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The toss right to Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll run with Henry. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Henry. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, Henry. And past the 30 down to about the 27. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
At the Jaguars' 27-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the ground, it's Evans. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. The Titans were #1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll give Henry another shot. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Evans.
Darrington Evans, the ball carrier.
Offensively, not what they wanted there, but hey, you can kick the field goal here and take the lead.
Felt like a little bit of a statement stop, didn't it? You know, made a big play right there. Okay, guess what? Ball's in your court, guys. What are you going to do? Myself, I kick the field goal, get the 3, and take the lead.
Out to his left. He may try and run for this. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
He's brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Brought down at his own 6-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick able to complete this to Chenault. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
13 yards. And a Jaguar 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Nashville. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long. 3rd and 15 to be exact.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guys' jersey clean throughout the game.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. A nice run there on 1st down as Henry uses his size to plow forward. Call it a pickup of 7.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Killing our field.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Titans are going to take the lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
Titans 29.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
That's pulled in at the 32. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it's been a good game for him to this point. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
A.J. Brown.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On third down, Henry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a fourth down. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Brings up third down and 8.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 13 yards out. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So now the Jags down by 2 touchdowns. And time, a huge factor. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And that is incomplete here. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Kaepernick sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Kaepernick's pass.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Are you serious, dog?
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing 3rd and goal. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. One final try for Kaepernick. We've seen this before. And this is going to be caught on the final play, a touchdown. How about that?
Touchdown.
And a 2-point conversion now will send us to overtime. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Titans,